August 25th, dear Martin. Well, I'm here. The illustrious Yale University. I'm actually writing this from beneath a picture of you that SJ hung over my desk. It was a going away gift from Doc. I gotta be honest, Martin. Your picture is making me a little uncomfortable. Actually, no, I take that back. It's not your picture. It's being here at the school. A lot has happened since I last wrote to you, most of which I haven't really had time to process. Hard to believe that this time last year I was starting my whole experiment. What I find most interesting reading through these letters is I can't figure out what I was trying to accomplish. Yeah, I wanted to be like Martin, but to what end? I wasn't trying to move mountains or of injustice or fight for equal rights of masses of people. So what exactly was I trying to achieve? I've been thinking about it for days, and I haven't come up with an answer. On one hand, I feel like I should thank you. While there were black students at Yale in the early 1850s, I doubt I would be here without you to say that I challenged the status quo, as Doc put it. On the other hand, though, I feel crazy out of place. I'm in a 4-person suite, broken down to a living room and 2 bedrooms, and while I was here setting up my half of the room, my roommate came in looking like he stepped straight out of the Ralph Lauren ad. Blonde, blue-eyed white dude with a deep side part and comb-over, wearing a blindingly white polo tucked into plaid shorts and a pair of tasseled loafers. After staring at your picture for a few seconds and then giving me the type of once-over that would have made the guys from my neighborhood throw a punch, dude finally stuck out his hand. Roosevelt Carruthers, he says. Okay, Martin, I tried not to judge the magazine by the advertising, but standing there with this guy looking down at his pointy nose made me wish I was rooming with Jared Christensen. He's going to school here, too. At least then I would have known what I was dealing with. But this Roosevelt guy, so where are you from? Is ice, like rhymes with price? Martin. It's justice, man. Just like with a Y. I'm from Atlanta. Everything went downhill from there because he put 2 and 2 together. My name and face were all over the news until like a week ago. And when Esha came back in from the bathroom and I introduced her as my girlfriend, dude's entire demeanor changed for the negative. I know I wasn't imagining it because as soon as he left, Esha said, "What the hell is his deal?" Martin, it never ends, does it? No matter what I do. For the rest of my life, I'm going to find myself in situations like this, aren't I? It's exactly what Mr. Jillian told Manny and me, but there's a part of me that still doesn't want to believe it. And all right, benefit of the doubt, maybe I'm making this a race thing when it's not. I'll admit my filter's a little tainted after the past 8 months. Scratch that, after the past year. But there's the thing. I can't not notice when someone is eyeing me like I'm less than. And at this point, my mind automatically goes to race. No clue what to do about that. Which brings me back to my original post. What was my goal with the Be Like Martin thing? Was I trying to get more respect? Fail. Was I trying to be more acceptable? Fail. Did I think it would keep me out of trouble? Epic fail. Really? What was the purpose? What do I know? I just went from being one of the 3 black students in a class of 82 to one of, well, very, very few in a much larger number. Yeah, Gary Tison is gone, but like Mr. Jillian said, the world is full of people who will always see me as inferior. Rumi Roosevelt just proved that. I keep coming back to something Doc said during Thuggate. If nothing ever changes, what type of man am I going to be? Chewing on that over the past few days, I've started to wonder if maybe my experiment failed because I was asking the wrong dang questions. Every challenge I've faced has been, what would Martin do? And I could never come up with a real answer. But if I go with Doc's thinking, who would Martin be? Well, that's easy. You'd be yourself, the eminent MLK, non-violent, not easily discouraged, and firm in your beliefs. And maybe that's my problem. I really haven't figured out who I am or what I believe yet. I found this letter you wrote to the editorial of the Atlanta Constitution where you said, we, as in black people, want and are entitled to the basic rights and opportunities of American citizens. It's from 1946, which means you were 17 when you wrote it. That's the same age I was when I had the exact thought for the same time. Not sure if you were the Martin the world is familiar with by 17. Probably not, right? But knowing you were my age gives me hope that maybe I've got some time to figure things out. At least I hope I do. If not, this is going to be a long 4 years. Heck, a wrong rest of my life. Anyways, I gotta run. SG and I have a train to catch. Thanks for everything. Until we meet again, Justice. 4 months later.
4 months later.
There's already somebody standing over Manny's grave as Justice approaches. Part of him wants to turn around and go sit in his car until the person leaves, but he knows that's not what Manny would want him to do. "Sup, dog?" Justice says as he steps up. Emmanuel Julian Rivers. Beloved son. You have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice. Jared looks at Justice and then looks back at the headstone. He wipes his eyes. "How's it going, man?" "Sorry for interrupting," Justice. "It's cool. Kind of nice to have someone else here. Merry Christmas, by the way." "Same to you."
Is it Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Justice exhales. It fogs up the air in the front of his face. I still miss him so much, dude, he says, his voice breaking. It's almost a year, and I just still can't. I'm sorry, man. You don't want to hear all this. No, it's good. Now just his eyes are moist. I understand, man. I really do. He's never going to visit me at college or be my best man, you know? Jared shakes his head. When I first got out of the dorms, my roommate was already set up in my room. Guy looks at me and goes, "Sup, homie?" Name's Amir Tafurki. Call me AT. The impression Jared does makes Justice laugh. AT was his chem partner this past summer. Anyway, he's got music on, and I kid you not, Justice, this guy's playlist went from Deuce Diggs to Carrie Underwood. For real? Yeah, bro, I thought to myself, man, I would love this guy. He sighs again. It's just hard. My grandma died when I was a kid. My mom told me she lives on the side of everyone who loved her. Probably sounds stupid, but I really want that to be true, Manny. It's why I can't come here every time I'm home. He was my first real friend. I thought we'd grow old together and stuff, you know? Justice doesn't respond. There's nothing to say. For a few minutes, they stay in silence, and then, "It's good to see you, man," Jared says. "You too, dog," and Just really means it. Is it weird that we don't see each other at school more? Just shrugs. It's a pretty big place. That's true. How do you think you'll do in Maroni's class? I did all right. Probably A- at the worst. Figures. Jared looks at Just and grins, which makes Just smile just a little. So, did you pick a major yet? I did, Jared said. I decided I wanted to go into civil rights law instead of business. You did? Yeah. My dad just about F's himself when I told him. Anyways, I took an Intro to African American Studies course, and it really blew me away, dude. And I'm thinking about minoring in it. Dang, that's pretty dope, Just says. So you're liking Yale overall? Loving it. How about you, man? You enjoying it so far? For the most part, my roommate's kind of an a-hole, but you can't win them all, I guess. Carruthers, right? That's him. He was my Cal class. I've heard some things. Your sweet mates are cool, though. Yeah, they're great. Probably wouldn't survive without them. That's awesome. Mine are cool, too. Glad to hear it. So how's SJ? She's great, man. Loving New York. Is 2 still going strong? Oh, yeah. That girl's gonna have my babies one day, dog. Jared laughs even louder. Awesome. Don't tell her I said that. I'd never hear the end of it. My lips are sealed. You got a girl up there yet? No, bro. A lot of fish in the Ivy Sea. Can't limit myself. Just snorts. You sound like Manny. Psh, I wish. That dude was a titan with the ladies. He really was. They settle into a comfortable silence, both staring at the headstone. A cool wind blows around them, and it's like Just can feel EJR on his watch band pressing into the skin on his once swollen wrist. We should chill sometime, Just says. You could come with me to New York one weekend or something. There's a beat, and then, I'd really like that, Justice. Jared turns to Justice and smiles. Justice reads the words on Manny's headstone. I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice. Me too, Jared, he says. Me too.